Okay.
Okay.
Do we
All right. I guess we'll
Colleen
just.
here? It's Sarah.
Colleen's here.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Okay.
Oh, there she
See you
is.
on there. There you
Yeah.
go.
I'm like, am I? Can people not see me?
I didn't
We
see
can
it.
see you now.
I can now. No problem. All right, thanks everyone. This is December 2020 Park Board meeting. Mr. Chairman, you want to take it from here?
I will try because the agenda you sent me will not open in my computer. It keeps telling me a script got sanitized and then nothing happens.
Oh, well, that's good. It got sanitized.
So, yeah, sanitized so well, there's nothing there.
Yeah, Laney's got it.
Thanks, Laney, appreciate that.
Oh, does anybody
All
want
right.
to take notes tonight since Jesse's not here?
Not really.
Minutes? Anyone?
I can take very brief notes.
That's fine. That's totally fine. That'll
All
work.
right, so we'll bring it to order. Roll call is everybody but Jesse is here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Jesse absent, and we know that. Oh, okay. All right, next are the minutes. Everybody get a chance to look at the minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
I make a
Feel
motion to
free
approve the
to,
minutes.
I second that emotion.
Okay. All right. Do I have any questions or comments on it? Okay, all in favor
Not
of approving the minutes?
I,
Okay. Sorry, I was going back and forth on the screen. Who made the motion, Colleen or Shelley?
Shelley.
Shelley, you
Shelley,
did?
I seconded it.
Shelley, Laney. Minutes. All right, what's next on the agenda, Laney?
Park facility updates.
All right, that would be
There we go.
okay. Von Hoffman Tot Lot is now reopened. I know the last meeting we were very close to getting that fixed, and that is finally open for public use. It took a while, as we all know. A lot of parts had to be replaced, so really happy to get that back open. It opened, I think, shortly after our meeting last month, and within a couple of days afterwards. So about a month now, almost a month. It's been open. So far so good there. Trenton Road Park, we were talking about some of the issues we were having in the park. One of our park security officers did run into some people back there on quads. Did talk to them. They weren't happy. They felt they could do whatever they wanted back there. But since they had to talk, we haven't seen much of that going on. So we've been kind of having a presence there, especially on weekends, on Sundays mainly. Because that seemed like that was the day, I think, if you recall, where we're having a lot of issues back there. It's been fairly quiet. So that's a good thing. Yeah, it's baby stuff. We haven't seen any more evidence, any paintball fights. Remember that we mentioned that before. So it's slowed down quite a bit. That could be with the weather too, changing a bit. But, quads and dirt bikes, they'll do it year round. So I'll keep everybody updated. But so far, so good. We even called the police over that one Sunday that we did encounter some of the quads and bikes that they're in the loop too. I don't know how much they're touring that area, but we're working closely with them. We're doing the best we can on it. And I think I haven't gotten any calls from neighbors, so I think they're appreciative that we're making some sort of presence back there. So that's improved a lot. Mill Creek Playground is in. They finished the install last week, the week before, the week before. The weeks are running together with me here. Everything looks good there. We have to go in there and put some wood carpet in there, and we are going to be putting an ADA walking, accessible walking path there with a small parking area off of there. I was actually talking with the engineer today. We're going to put like a small area to make it ADA accessible. That Lynn Avenue, you drive in, it's just grass and it goes right to the playground. We're going to pave a little parking area for about 3 cars. And that path's going to connect the walking path to the playgrounds there. Anything we put in now has got to be ADA accessible. That'll add a nice little feature to it back there. So we're looking at weather permitting when we can get that path done. But the playground's in, it looks great. I think it's going to be a much improvement, much better product than we had in there before. So that's done. The docs came out at Quaker Penn on November 6th or 7th, so they're out for the year. Everything went well there. That's pretty much there. The bathrooms at Community Park were winterized today. Bathrooms are closed as of today for the winter. And we are going to probably close the compost toilet this weekend over the winter. See, if you recall, we have Carmela who cleans the bathrooms for us, and Maria, she'll be retiring within, I guess, a few weeks now. So Carmela is on the books till this weekend. So we won't have anybody cleaning those bathrooms. So with COVID going around, we can't really keep them open without them being sanitized or cleaned. And there's really not a lot going on down there. We have a flag football program finishing up this weekend. So it'll be all quiet down there for the most part. So that went well. Memorial bench, I believe the one that was approved last month, that I think that came in and the plaque's in already. So we're working to get that put in. We have to do a repair to one of the benches that we approved a few months back when John and the guys went to cement it in. The ground was, it didn't set right. They ran into some rock, being an old quarry. So we had to remove the bench and we had to move it slightly. So we're going to be placing that one in with this new one that the gentleman got approved last month. And we're going to be doing some repairs to some of the older benches. Kind of going back and forth right now with the assistant manager and the manager about how we want to do that. They don't want us, they're not really in favor of us doing a lot of repairs. They rather for us to possibly purchase a new bench, but as you recall, we can't charge somebody for a new bench. So, and these benches are expensive. So we're working on a plan to redo some of these old ones, the older ones from when the program first started. So I'm still working on that right now. That's kind of all I have for park facilities right now. Other than that, everything else is, knock on wood, pretty good. So I guess we'll go on to programs. Lainey, do you have that paper in front of you, the monthly report?
Yes.
Copy of it. I can kind of go through it. I'm trying to pull it up here on my notes. But what I can tell you, as you probably all know, the tree lighting for this weekend has been canceled. That was a decision made by the Board of Supervisors and our management. With the COVID cases rising, we didn't feel we should bring anybody in to have any group events, even though it's not a huge event. They decided they didn't want to have an official tree lighting. So, but the house is decorated, the tree is up. We are going to light the tree. The house will be decorated like it always is. We're just not doing an official program this year. So that's kind of a bummer because we also had that idea about doing the party at the senior center. So I'm hoping we can get that back in 21 and go with that plan. What else you have on there, Lainey?
Let's see, you talked about the Halloween house and the Scarecrow. That was awarded the prizes.
Yes.
Falls photo contest concluded. And they were going to be sent over to us next week so we can review them.
Yep.
And the January 2021 meeting, we have 4 drive-in movies coming up at the park.
Next week.
The 11th is Elf, the 12th is Polar Express, the 18th is Home Alone, and the 19th is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yep, bless you.
Bless you. Skate the Foundry Youth Skateboard Instruction Program is going well.
Yeah, finishes up this Sunday. Thanks for chiming in on that. That's going over real well. We had 10 kids sign up for that program, and I think we'll get more. We're talking about doing some things in the spring and summer next year with them, and it's been really it's been a really good program. We got lucky with the weather on Sunday mornings, which has been great. So they'll finish up this Sunday, weather permitting, and we'll look to continue that partnership next year. Have some structured programming within the skate park. I think that's a great thing. As Lainey said, the movies coming up. I was waiting on Kyle to give me a number on how many tickets were sold. I think the first weekend, Elf and Polar Express were probably in the 100 to 120 cars, vehicles sold. I think the smallest one was actually Christmas Vacation, but I'm hoping that that'll pick up the following weekend. So I'm waiting on some numbers there from him. where we are on tickets, but I don't think we're going any more than 125, 130 anyway. So, all's well there. Soccer finished up at the park this past weekend, so they're done for the season. And we're probably going into winter mode right now. Also, the wastewater tank expansion project, I got to get with Geese and Lawson from Public Works now that the water's off at the park. They might be looking to get that done. So I should know something by the next meeting on that. I'm trying to get that done this month, I'm hoping. I think you pretty much, other than I think I submitted everything for the 2021 budget. Going forward, the board's, considering all budget requests and wishes and so forth right now. But other than that, yoga obviously is canceled right now. We don't have an indoor space, so we'll reevaluate that after the new year, once we know a little more what's going on with the COVID, and the senior center. And the fall photo contest, we didn't have as many photos when I checked a couple weeks ago. So I did check a few weeks ago. We had about 56. I know in the past we've had like 150, 160 maybe. So that was a few weeks ago. So we might have a few more. I'm going to get with John Strazzeri and get the final list. And what I can do, I'll email that all over to you as soon as I have it, and then we can look for next week. I'll put them together in categories, and then you all can look at them at your leisure. And then for next month, just come with your picks, and we'll do it that way. I think that's the way to do it. We could do it. You have time instead of waiting in one meeting checking them all out. We don't have that option this year, seems like. So other than that, that's all I have.
You have the holiday house decorating contest.
Thank you. Yes, I'm going to probably put that up on Facebook the next couple days. It's the typical holiday house, nominate the home, similar to what we did with the Halloween, similar to what we do every year. I'm hoping I get a lot of nominations this year. It'd be fun to get some houses out there and check some houses out. There's some cool ones out there already I've seen. So, but I'll be putting that announcement out shortly.
Is there anything in the Parks and Rec budget that is pretty cool that we need to know about that we're hoping to get?
Anything major? I know we're trying to get another vehicle or two for park security, which I think is going to be approved. We were even talking about getting one before the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So I think that's one we're going to look at. The hockey rink project's being pushed to 2021. So that's a big one we want to get done. Obviously, I didn't put in for another playground because we got the 2 this year. Remember, the idea was to do 1 a year. So I didn't want to push that too much. Off the top of my head, hold on, I might have some paperwork here that has what we're looking to do too is now with Maria retiring with the cleaning services at the park, we have to clean those bathrooms twice a day at minimum, especially with COVID, and we should be doing it anyway. I don't think it's, I am proposing to hire a company to do it twice a day, 7 days a week for basically 6 months while the project from April to early November. So I've submitted some quotes for some cleaning to the board. I don't know what the plan is, if Maria is going to be replaced as an employee or they're going to go to an outside cleaner. So that might kind of correlate with what happens from the township's point of view. So I did submit that. So that's one we're looking at. The Geese management program, I was actually contacted by another group. We use SNS Wildlife and Geese Chasers since I've been here, pretty much. This group does the border collies, but they also do the harassment, and there could be some significant savings. They do a lot of the same things what SNS and Geese Chasers do combined. So I'm recommending maybe trying their services out for the year. They do a lot of the same work. We might save several $1,000s off the price tag. So that might be something a little different. Might have a new company, depending on how it gets deliberated and what the board wants to do. So that's one thing that might change a little bit. Same programs, might use a different vendor. Hockey rink, vehicles. I am looking. I am asking to promote one of the park security officers to a full-timer. We used to have that set up when I first started. That was eliminated several years ago. I think it might be time for us to promote someone so they can be in the park consistently and oversee the park security officers. It's just sometimes I get a lot of the calls and, they're there on site. If I had somebody like a point person at the park more consistently, because they're all part-timers right now. So if I had somebody there maybe every day, because during the day, I can tell you how it works during the week. During the week, we'll have an officer or a guard on, for day work and then one on night work. Maybe it'd be nice to have 2 people on during a day work situation. We don't have that right now. So that's a little change. I'm asking for a little more money in the budget for that. Obviously, that would require that employee to be a full-timer with benefits and so forth. So, I think it would be a good thing for outreach to have somebody there where people can go to directly instead of maybe me, maybe not being there, and that guard could be there and it could be a point person of contact. So that's something I'm looking at. I don't know if that'll be approved or not. So that's probably one of the biggest new things. I'd be looking for in the budget. There's a few others, I can share with you next month, see what gets approved and what doesn't get approved. So, yeah, pretty much.
Has there been any discussion about the pool?
No, not yet. I'm going to be optimistic and I'm kind of coming up with some alternatives, what we can do if we're going to have to open the pool regardless this year. We can't keep it closed again. I can pretty much say that we're going to have to do something. If we have to go to a reservation type of system, allow so many people in at a time, that's something we would probably consider. I'm not recommending reducing membership fees or anything like that because I still have to pay a full staff. I still have to buy chemicals. I still have to do everything we would do on a normal summer. So if we are under some COVID restrictions, my recommendation will be to allow so many people. Basically, people have to reserve a time, maybe in 2-hour blocks, and we let so many in, and those people, that group would be in for 2 hours, and it would take a half hour. We would clean in between, bring the next group in for a couple hours, do the same thing, bring the next group in for a couple hours. Is that an ideal situation? No, but I think that would be something we would have to do, to open the pool up. So, but there hasn't been any discussions from the board about what's going to go on with the pool. Same thing with camp. I'm thinking camp, we have to do something too. Whether it's a reduced camp, a half-day camp, we had some scenarios we were going to try this year anyway. So I have some options in my head there too. So, but from a budget standpoint, we're approaching it as we're going to be as normal as possible.
What about the pavilion that we were supposed to put in, the second pavilion?
That should probably get put in probably after the new year. I'm thinking once the weather breaks before we open. I did talk to Joe about that a couple weeks ago, and that was something that was going to be put in obviously this year when the COVID hit. So they had a little reprieve on that. So the plan will be just to put it in probably in early spring, once the weather breaks, and it's on his agenda for sure. So yeah, so that'll be a nice addition to the pool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think people will enjoy that going forward. But that's pretty much the highlights, I think, in the budget. I have a bunch of things in there. But I think I kind of touched on the main ones. And I'll share if anything else pops. Oh, fall soccer also is requesting a repair to the one field over there, Field 1, which is the field next to the community garden. They received some quotes to redo that field, to upgrade that field. I'm just submitting that for consideration to the board. I'm not sure if that'll get approved or not, but that's a new one. We might try to do there. So I think that's pretty much the main stuff I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody got any questions? More questions for Brian? Grill him on anything?
I have a question. Is anybody's term coming up this year that needs to get a letter in before January 1st?
Mine.
Shelley.
I got a letter from Rose, and
Did she send it to you? Okay.
yeah. I emailed her back.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I
That's pretty much
emailed
all
her
you
back
have to
that I
do.
would like to continue.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. I still
Okay.
have to get with Brian Phillips to get his official resignation. So he's a
Okay.
tough guy to
Yeah,
get
I
hold of.
haven't heard back from her since I emailed her back,
I'll
but
follow up. I'll follow up with her. I think Ralph, you Laney just did yours, didn't you? Last year?
Laney and I were both reappointed in January.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you're good.
We're
Colleen,
good for a few years.
I think, yeah.
Sure, if I'm this year or next year.
All right, I'll check on, yeah. Rose is pretty good with that, but I'll follow up.
yeah, I got a letter from her like more than a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't think I got a letter.
You might be next year. I'll check with her, Colleen, on it.
Actually, I think I got an email and a letter,
Yeah.
like a letter in the mail and an email.
Yeah, I'll check with Jessie too, see when she might need to re-up too. I'll follow up. Yeah, I didn't even talk to her. She might have gotten some, she's not here tonight, so I'll follow up with her. But I'll follow up with Rose. Thanks for the reminder on that, Laney. That's good. That's at that time of the year where you got to get it in. So, and I'll follow up, try to get with Brian Phillip. We do technically have two positions. So, I got to follow up with him because he's got to officially resign. And then we can try to, appoint 2 new people. I know Rose might have some letters over there from people that were interested. So that time of the year to do that. So I'll work on that. I should have an update at the next after the new year.
Well, I figure Brian's just probably really busy because he's moving, right?
He moved. Yeah. I think he's finally moved now, but he's swamped right now with the mortgages and everything. So I know.
Well, the other thing is if he can't get to it after 3 consecutive meetings where we don't have any information.
I think we could just move forward with it. So I don't think we ever have nothing to worry about there. So I'll reach out to Rose because sometimes people submit letters and they have them. And I'll see if we can add some, a couple new members to the board. That'd be great. See where we go from there. So.
Was that soccer guy still interested in
David,
being on the board?
I'll reach out to David. David, he very well might want to. I got to see how busy he is with the club, but he's been a really good guy to work with in the short term here. This is the first year I work with him this fall. Really outgoing. He really wants to help out. He really helped us out with the movie nights at the park. He and Sean did actually. They lined the fields for us and been a good partner. So I'll reach out to him. I know he did express an interest before. He hasn't really followed up on it. So that's a good point, Laney. He's a guy that might want to jump in. And obviously, if anybody knows anyone, all I got to do is submit a letter, simple letter. They'd be interested. I can submit it to Rose and Matt for consideration, and let's go from there. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
All right. There's something tied to that. The background checks that are required every 5 years.
Yeah, we got to redo them.
I probably need to do that. I don't know if Laney does.
I think,
I'm probably gonna have to do
Shelley,
it
I
too.
always meant to get yours too.
I don't think I ever had one.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I have a federal background check, but I mean,
we'll have to do them
for my job.
Yeah, it's pretty basic stuff. I mean, we pay for it. It's a police background. I'll work on that. It's a good reminder because I know, we are getting to that point where the 5 years is up.
I never did one for sure.
I meant to get yours before, and you and Colleen. I think Jesse.
I did mine for Scouts.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They actually it might be up for them too.
It kind of goes quick. It's even with the employees at work. You work there and you don't realize it. I have to do it with all the seasonals. When I got a lot of them coming up on 5 years. So I'll check into that too. And what we can do, I can get the information off you and run the checks. I'll touch base with each of you individually when we do that. Probably the easiest way to do it at this point. And I usually run the background checks for all the employees at the township anyway. So somehow I got that job.
I thought we only were required to do the self run, the self-service process.
Oh yeah, for the volunteers.
Yeah.
For the volunteer, it's free of charge.
Yeah.
You guys might be able to do it too
I
directly.
know we had to do the child background check.
And the criminal and child.
Yeah, and they're both free. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really not a big deal. I'll follow up on that, and I'll let you all know. I'll send you the link. It's easy to do. Really not
Yeah.
that hard. And Colleen, if you find you have them and they're still valid, let me know.
I was just sitting there thinking, I was like,
It's hard. I do mine, and I'm like, where did I put it? Yeah, yeah, I know.
it could be.
So, but I can run them too if you needed me to. So it's really not. I do it for all the new employees. So.
No, what, this way we do our own, we just give you a copy of it, and I used it for Pennsbury too, because
Yeah,
they need it for the prom stuff.
yeah. I think that would be fine. It's easy. It's through the Pennsylvania site, it's the DHS site,
That's
and
not bad.
it's a
Yeah,
Compass. It's Compass, and then
The hardest thing is remembering your login information.
Oh,
yeah,
crap.
just do a new one. Just do a new one. Just do a new one. That's what you do. Just create a new one.
I'm like, what is that? I don't even know.
If you're doing Divine, just do a new one. It's easier. So sounds good. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Any comments from board?
Sir.
No?
Stay safe and have a good holiday.
Yeah, everybody have a great holiday. Yeah, stay
Enjoy it.
healthy.
Safe and happy holiday.
Yeah.
Are we going to have our meeting the first Tuesday of January?
Yeah, is that fine?
It's
What
the
date is
5th.
that?
The 5th.
Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
Okay. I didn't know if there was going to be like a special reorg meeting for the board or something, so.
Yeah, I think we just do it, proceed normally. I don't, yeah, they meet on Mondays.
No, I mean, we've been interrupted by the supervisors at times, that's all.
Yeah, let me check on that. I will follow up on that, because I know, that January meeting's always a funny one, because I know they do the reorg, and they do it on a different night, so I'll follow up with them. But right now, tentatively, we'll go to 5th. Yeah. So, sounds good. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
I make a motion to adjourn
And
the meeting.
second. Or
Okay,
Colleen
all in
second.
favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
All right.
Talk to you
See
soon.
ya.
Bye.
Take care.